Okay, so we are here in the last video of Joe's Escape. So we've built all of our objects apart from one, which we're going to add just in towards the end. So we might actually close down all of these because they are ready to go. And the next thing that we need to do is we need to make some changes to our level. So remember, they are found in our rooms folder. So we're going to open that one up and we are going to double click on platform. Okay. That is where we last left it, so with our nested loop. Okay, we're going to scroll right up to the top. We need to import quite a few more things to get this next pieces happening. So we're going to put a comma after import level and we're going to type in text object, and then we are going to add in globals. Okay, and we are also going to get from objects import goal, block, player, banner, monster, and monster 2. Now, interesting. Cool. So we got some underscores here. So we got some errors. You can see that I actually didn't type the L there. And then you'll notice that there's this secret banner one that we haven't spoken about in the video. So that's actually the one we haven't built yet, but we're going to put that code in there right now so that it's done and it's ready to go. Now, our text objects and our globals aren't used right now, so that's why they are grayed out. So we're going to scroll now all the way down to the bottom. Okay, and we need to add some more stuff in. So we're going to add another line here. Okay, and what we're going to do next is we're going to add some stuff, add some information in. So the first thing we're going to do is add our banner. Oops, let's get rid of that extra brackets. It's just our little comment. So it's going to tell us what is actually this code, what this code's actually doing. Okay, so we're going to have self.add underscore room object, and then we're going to have banner, and our banner is going to be at self 0544. So it's just right at the bottom of the screen. Then we're going to add text to the banner. Okay, remember we don't have this object yet. So we're adding text, so it's going to be self.score underscore text equals text object. So that's going to use the one that we just imported right up from the top, and it is going to say self 2560. So that's its position. Okay, and then we're going to say what it actually is going to be set to. So we're going to have lives and a colon, and then we're going to have two curly braces. All right, now the curly braces are important because they allow us to then come back in and actually format our text in a certain way. So then we're going to have to tell it what that is. So format, open bracket, globals dot lives. Okay, so it's going to jump into our globals file and it's going to go and find the lives variable, and that's what it's going to show on screen. Okay, so self.score text depth. So we're setting the depth property now of 1000. So this is always going to sit on the top. Self.score text.color. Okay, and that is going to be 255, 255, 255. Now, if you're not sure what color that is going to be our RGB color. So the different properties are being set there, and by having it at 255, that's the highest number possible, which is white. Self.score underscore text dot update text. Okay, so it's just going to run a function for us there that updates the text, and then self.add underscore room underscore object of self.score underscore text. Alrighty, so that adds our banner and all of the information to our banner. Now we still don't have our banner built, so we're going to go back in and do that in a minute, but the last piece of code that we're going to add here is going to be related to another function that we're going to create that updates our lives. So define update underscore lives self, comma value. Okay, and then what we need to do here is go globals dot lives plus equals value. Okay, if globals dot lives equals 0, so if we get to no lives, self dot running equals false, so stop running the room, and self.quitting equals true. Okay, so we're going to change those two values so that it closes down our game. Self.score_text.text equals, just make sure I got that right, self.score_text.text. So we're setting the text property of the score text thing there. And we are going to add lives, 2 more curly braces again, and then outside of there we're going to have dot format, and our format is going to be globals dot live. So same as what we just typed in before, self.score_text dot update underscore text, and we're calling that function there. Make sure we put the X in too. Okay, so that's all of the code we needed to then add to our platform so that we are ready to go. The next couple of things that we need to do are related to our banner. So remember, we didn't create that. So we're going to right click on objects. We're going to come into new and select Python file, call this one banner, and then we're going to put in our thing for our banner. So from GameFrame, import room object, class banner. Oops, trying to be cheeky. It didn't know I want banner, so it didn't autofill that. Room object. Define the init function. Okay, so we're going to have self, we're going to have room, we're going to have x, we're going to have y, just like we always have. Super. Okay, so this is just a function that we're calling, and we are getting the init function from that, which is going to have room, x, and y. Image is going to be self.load_image, and hopefully you guessed it, the file we're going to call is banner.png. Self.set_image, image 856, and then the depth equals 100. All right, so that's our banner built. Now remember, we've already imported our banner into our platform, which is good, but the one thing we haven't done is actually told them where to find the different things. So if we were to go into our objects folder, okay, we need to actually come into, what we might do, we'll jump into rooms. So if I open rooms, remember how we actually imported the files and the classes directly from the rooms init? In our objects one, we need to do the same thing. Okay, so we need to go through and actually call all of our files, okay, that we have here so that we can get the classes out of them. So from objects.banner, import banner. From objects.block, import block. From objects, you get the idea. All right, that's it. So we needed to import all of those into our init function so that it was ready to go with those as well. All right, now hopefully we can run the game now with no errors. Okay, so obviously if we do have some errors, they will pop up down here in our terminal, and it'll tell us where to go and find the error if you read the code. The little cryptic code that's down there, it'll tell you what line number and what file. So we've imported those, we've created our platform ready to go. Now the moment of truth, let's see, when we click our main controller and we go and run our file, what do we get? We get a little error. So let's have a quick look. It is saying that our room is trying to call from our platform file a room object called block. That's trying to call the image, and it doesn't know what the image is. So it says it cannot open images grass tile corner edge L. So let's quickly go back in and have a look at what we are trying to do there. So what we might need to do, let's close these down so that we can see. Let's open our images file because that's going to be what we need to look at there. And then this particular one is in our block.py. So if we open that one up, you'll remember that we never actually called the image because it was getting that from somewhere else. The somewhere else that it got that from was actually our platform file up here in our room. Okay, and that's in our if statement here. Okay, so we are trying to, what are we at? The corner L, so it's trying to have issues with the left one. And you might notice that up here at the top, we have, so we've built our maze, we've called the correct thing. So we got this far, then it's gone up and it's found the variable that we told it to look for, and then it has grass tile corner edge L .png. Now obviously I can see directly underneath that I have the same problem where I never actually put the file extension in, which is why we had that little error popping up. So that's why it says it can't open this image file, because it isn't actually an image file. Okay, so let's try that one again and see what we get. Now it has opened off screen, so if I just drag this one across here, you can see that our character can move around when I press the keyboard. So when I press right, he moves to the right. When I press left, he moves to the left and he changes face. And when I press the space bar, he jumps. Okay, if I try and get hit by the blocks, I can get in there. All right, and then if I hit the monster, it closes the game. Alright, now that is not supposed to happen because we are supposed to get our game to run and we're supposed to lose 1 life. So let's have a look at what the little problem is there. Okay, so that we can see here that the last little section in the callback error says that on our platform file in line 72 in our update lives, we have an error where it doesn't know what score underscore text x is. So if we scroll down to line 72, we can find that here. Score text x should just be text, okay? And that might have fixed that problem. So when we press play, again, it opened just off my screen, so I'll push this over here for you. I can move over there, and if I hit that monster, you can see that my lives did change, but this time my room didn't close. Okay, got to 0 lives and my room shut there. Now I'm going to let you go ahead and finish the game. I hope that you have enjoyed your build of the Joe's Escape game from start to finish in the GameFrame platform built by Stephen Tucker. Look out for the next set of tutorial videos for your GameFrame Python coding development. Thanks for joining us.